Good afternoon. How is everyone today? Oh,
they're
you know the
excited.
rules. You know we like a little bit of enthusiasm. So I'll ask one more time. I want say it like you mean it, unless you don't mean it. No peer pressure. But how are we feeling today? That's what I like to hear. Thank you. This is our final workshop of the day, so we're so glad you can make it. We got our pumpkins. Are we feeling ready? I love it. I love it. Today we are doing a fall centerpiece with the potted gardens. And further ado, let's give a warm welcome to Scott.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Wonderful. Fabulous.
This is going to be a fun one.
Tell us a little bit about what we're doing today.
All right, so today we are building out pumpkin succulent planters. And you have, actually we have another spot. If any of you out there want to do one more, we can throw one more person up here.
Come on up, guys.
And you three back over there. Anybody want to do one?
They're beautiful. Oh, are you coming up?
We got another one.
Yeah, come on up.
So this is what we're working on today. And so we have these styrofoam pumpkins. I've already pre-poured them for you. Just want to talk about that a little bit first with your cup inside. Now, we have right here this is the drill that you guys want to keep in mind if you're ever doing any pumpkin carving in the future, whether it's styrofoam or real. A 3.5-inch drill bit from any home improvement store is the easiest and best way to do this. It also fits perfectly with the cup. So as it goes in, popped in, we're ready to go. So what we have here, we have a collection of succulents that are at your tables and a few other things that we're going to be putting together. We're going to do one large and two small. But a couple things that I want to talk about first is that we're going to consider these living arrangements. So it's not something that you have to expect is going to last for a super long time. We're going to say for a couple months. And if we want it to be outside, which is where I would suggest you putting them so that it gets enough light, that's about the expectancy. But if you do want it to last longer, and they can, you have to make sure that they have enough bright light, and we can transfer this cup to any other container that it'll go into. We'll talk about that a little bit here. But first, to get started, I have pre-selected my succulents. I have a jade, a haworthia, and an echeveria. And so these are all really good examples of drought-tolerant succulents. I'm going to take my cup, and I'm going to fill it about 3/4 of the way full of soil. Now I'm going to do my favorite part. I want to start with my largest succulent first, and this is the jade. I'm going to take it and rip it in two. And that's totally fine to do. The root base that's in here is allowed to be aerated. It doesn't harm it. These have been propagated in separate pieces, so totally fine just like this. I'm going to take it and push inside the soil and do it firmly. I want to get that soil as compact as possible. And you guys are going to think, oh, I'm pushing too hard on it. Nope. You're going to go through and push it even harder. You want that soil to be almost solid. So I push down here pretty hard on the first one. And I'm going to go through this pretty quick, so don't expect to do it this fast.
I will say, if anyone has questions at any point in time, feel free to raise your hand. I'll come with you with the microphone so Scott can hear you.
All right, I've taken my second one here. This is a haworthia, also known as a zebra plant. These are native to South Africa. They're very, very drought tolerant. Lots of really cool designs come on each one of them. They're all a little bit different. There's several selections of those that you can choose from.
And Scott, for those who aren't here at the table, if they wanted to get a kit, where can they find you?
Over at booth 944, right back over there, you are able to buy a kit that has a pumpkin, three succulents, the soil, and moss. So I've gone in and made sure that that is pretty tight. Now, add my third one.
I'm impressed by how many you can fit in the cup.
Yeah, these succulents really have no problem with their roots commingling with other succulents. They, that compactness, packing them in there pretty tight, not an issue. You can see what I'm doing as I'm cleaning this off. There's some of these leaves on the bottom that just aren't super healthy, and it's just a natural part. I just pluck them off. And that's it.
And when you aren't here at the Tacoma Dome, where can folks find you?
The Potted Gardens is located in Soto, which is south of downtown in Seattle, right off of I-5. We're really easy to get to. We teach classes just like this, making succulent arrangements, pencil trees, wreaths, and all sorts of other things in our workshop. And we can do private groups like these from 6 to 20. They're really fun to do. Have a group of people come in, and each arrangement is going to be different every week. We pick different containers and different plants.
I love it. So you need a little family bonding this time of year,
Yeah.
maybe a work party.
Also great date night with a group of friends. We did a bachelorette party a few weeks ago.
Oh my.
That was fun. Right. So I've used, we talked about this last time. Didn't mention it this time, but we will now. The soil that we have in here is part potting soil, part succulent soil. It's a little bit of a mix of both. It has some sand in there to help aerate and make sure that the succulents don't get overwatered. So now that we're looking at this, there's no holes in the bottom of this cup. That's by design and for a reason. I want to make sure that we only water these once a month. And that's really how little you want to water, about a quarter cup of water. That will sit down here and eventually get back up to the root of the succulents, which is only right about here. So that being said, we really want to make sure that we exercise our plants by making sure that they go to a complete dry place before we water them again. Most of our succulents die because we give them too much care. They thrive better on neglect.
It's wonderful. That's a sigh of relief I heard from somebody out here.
So now what I'm going to do, I've got this fully compact, filled with my succulents. They're very happy in here. I'm going to take all these different types of moss that I have, quite a few different varieties. There's reindeer moss, there's mood moss, Spanish moss, and then regular moss. I don't know what the fourth kind is called. I totally forgot. I'm just going to stuff that as much as I can around the edges.
And I like that you use the word stuff. It's very unfussy.
Shove it in there.
Just get it in there.
Get it in there.
We're empowering others to feel like they can do this too. It's okay. You guys got this. Oh, we have a question, Scott.
Ooh, question.
So we're going to go home and put a quarter cup of water in this, and then a month later do it again.
You actually won't even water it for another few weeks right now, because the soil and the water that will be inside of this is going to sustain these for a while. You'll see when you pick up, the soil in this is a little bit more wet. We did water them relatively recently. It'll be some time before you need to water them again.
So bring it home and leave it alone until Thanksgiving.
Which is perfect segue into our final piece here. So I've got this pretty stacked with moss. I'm going to add one more part to it. So at your table, you're going to find these little tabs, our little plant tabs. They're not at that table, they're at this one. That whole table's like, what are you talking
Here,
about?
I'll distribute some so you can see them.
So these little plant tabs, they say the Potted Gardens on them, and it's a cute little plant truck that we have at our shop. But they serve two purposes. First, my branding. Thank you. It's cute. My dad makes these. He's super proud about it. Secondly, these are going to be your soil testers. When you poke this in, push it all the way down. When I pull this back out, it's going to be wet, like I'm baking brownies. You want to let that be. Until it comes out dry and dusty, that's when you water. And that's the time that you know. So now I've got all this in. I'm going to do the easy part. Slide it right here, and we're good to go.
Bam. Now, I asked last time, and I'm doing it again. Little ooh and ah, guys. Ooh, ah. So cute.
All right. So now I'm going to bring these down, and we're going to start working on yours together, and I'll use these as an example.
Thank you. And see how easy you made that look so easy. And seeing it the last workshop, it is in fact very easy.
It is. It is.
You are going to get your hands a little dirty, okay? Don't be shy. There's soil. We're going to touch the grass, but in this case, it's going to be the moss. If anyone has any questions throughout, feel free to hit me up. Yeah. Oh, here. We all want to hear it. Hold on.
Sure.
Trying again a string of pearls. Do you have tips for string of pearls?
String of pearls, that's a really tricky one. So that one, you definitely want to make sure that you don't touch it on anything else. If you have that in its container, make sure it stays in its own container and needs 6 to 8 hours of direct light. Yeah, for sure. You can definitely use a plant light on those. It gets really tricky on that particular variety because their whole purpose is to be touched and propagate by spreading out like peas. You have to be very delicate with them. So if you make sure that they get that enough sunlight to build that strength of the core of the stem, it won't break off easily. Yeah, you really want to keep those down to a minimum. We call it exercising the plant. Like you just want to make sure that you get. Go ahead. No, you're totally fine. You want to make sure that you're getting enough. It's getting enough water that it goes all the way through that water before you water it again. Most of the time they die out because of root rot. Yep. All right.
We have some serious consideration over here. We're picking our plants.
There's more right here too. You guys forgot to bring this tray over.
And Scott, you said your dad made these, which I love.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about how the potted garden started.
So if you look on a really cute story, these plant trucks that you see here, this was originally how the potted gardens got started. It was a plant truck that I would drive around Alki and other parts of Seattle, and then eventually that turned into the potted gardens, which is the pottery yard that we sell all of this and do our studio work in.
I love it. I encourage anyone. I went and nerded out over the rolling gardens, and like so cute. So you did talk a little bit about kind of the rooting, but I don't know if you talked a little bit about the sticks and like layering or different. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. So when you're picking out your different succulents and your mosses when you're putting in, think of layering. And we want to put our big one out, our biggest jade in the back, and then our succulents, our smaller ones, are going to be up towards the front. Then with that, when you add the moss and the twigs, which we have a few of them, of manzanita branches and willow, throw those in top. It adds a little bit more texture and depth. There you go. Yep. Right into about 3/4. You're going to need a little bit more than that. Yeah. That is willow. This is manzanita right here. Oh, yeah. I'd use them a lot. You have a question? So I usually put these outside of a front door. Like,
If it's a covered
yeah,
porch,
covered
might be
porch,
great. If you don't
usually.
have a covered porch, it could go on your dining room table.
totally. Yep. Totally can be used as a centerpiece. Expect that to only last like a month to 2, as opposed to, no, it's just not getting enough light. Not enough light if it's indoors. If you're outside, put them out on the covered porch. It's going to last you a lot longer.
So what is the lifespan of succulents generally? Can they live all year long, inside,
Yeah,
outside?
They can. There are certain varieties. Most of the stuff we have out here would be able to live outside with full sun most of the year. Actually, all the year. Question? Not the echeveria. You're going to leave it just like that. We're about to get real creative.
Let's see what's going to happen over here. Yeah, I mean, you got some cinnamon in the drink. That looks good. Where'd you get that? gonna have to make my way over there. Some mulled cider.
Second, right over the. Actually, I can do it up here.
That's okay. We knew what we were doing today. Day 1, a lot of paint. Day 2, a lot of syrup. Day 3, a lot of dirt. Tomorrow, we'll see what it looks like, guys. Who is making a centerpiece for themselves?
So it had a lot
I
of soil
love.
on it.
You're like,
I just took all that soil
absolutely.
off, and now we set it off to the
Gift?
side
No. We'll
like
buy
that.
those out there. That's what this is for.
Nope, nope. You can get all that off. Watch, I'll show you. All of this. Pop over your head. Sorry, guys.
Oh,
Slide you
Scott,
over here.
truly, you are the master. That creative solution there.
And break off the sides. All of these soil on these, and the Worthy in particular, you can really rough with this. It's not gonna be.
Just be a little
What are we
rough.
doing
Get in there.
Doing all right.
Ooh, we're already moving on to the moss over here. I like
Love
it.
that. Pick a different one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's get you one that has a little bit more. No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Find another guy. I like, we're over here talking to plants.
I do
Guys
that every
should
day.
talk to your plants a little bit. They like it.
So look on the bottom of this one. This is pretty wet. So I'm peeling off all the bottom dead that's underneath there. Yeah.
We'll get to admire them here. Remember, you can really be rough. Push them down in there, compress it.
There you go. Just get the rest of that in there. Press it a little bit more. Help you out. You're being a little timid.
I love seeing these
You're
come
being afraid.
together.
I
They're
can see
so
that. Like, I'm
diverse.
afraid you're gonna break it. Watch. I'm gonna break it all up for you. Not on that one. That one you don't want to. This one you do.
Don't break that, yeah. I like how you asked me, like, should I don't wanna.
Same on this one. What I want you to do is break off the edges like that, and then clear off all these. All the dead leaves. Yep, get those out.
This feels a little mad scientist over here. It is kind of awesome. I would
Got
agree.
A little bit more to do? Yes. And then that should fit right in there.
Yes.
The adult version of that, yeah. Playing in the sandbox. Say it again. Yeah, yeah. Bring them all in to do this. Mouse right here.
A whole basket
check
of
yours.
moss. So Scott, tell us a little bit more. What are some of your favorite? You've mentioned them, but what are your favorite workshops? What are the ones that you really just get joyful over?
Some of the ones I really like doing, I'm going to throw a little bit more dirt in here while we're talking, is really enjoy doing the pencil trees and the wreaths. Those are a lot of fun. So the pencil tree is a deconstructed wreath that's really great for your entryway. It's really tall and narrow. Made out of evergreen, eucalyptus, and a couple other different nice smelling branches.
And is that quite season for that yet, or do those happen a little later in the year?
Those actually start the first week of November.
You're almost there, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, keep pushing down. You don't want to have any hollow spots in there. There you go.
We're having resistance to being aggressive with our plants.
That's good. That's good right there. Let's check this out. Oh, this is fantastic. I would actually.
Who's
see how I
feeling
can
almost
shake this
done?
and it
You guys are
doesn't move?
looking good.
That's what I want. Yep. Put moss in. Stuff as much as you can.
I love it.
Oh, that's perfect. Back over here. start leading the class. Great, I'm out.
You're like, goodbye. How are you guys feeling over here?
Yeah. Watch, I can tell
That's
already.
great
I'm
moss
just gonna stick my
distribution
thumb in
there. Well
Look how far
done.
down I
I
can
like
get my
it.
thumb. That's how much more soil you need to put in.
And Scott, did we talk a little bit about where you're located and
Yeah.
how often you have classes?
So we are actually really close to all the wineries in downtown. There's quite a few breweries and wineries in Soto. We do a class for that. Yep. Where we do a Pinot and plant. Is it red or white? There you go. She's a rosé. That's
She's
her
like,
color.
I don't discriminate. Little wine and plants, that's fun. Do you ever have bachelor parties? Why don't they roll up?
I have not had any bachelor parties, but I've had all men's groups
Okay,
make really cool things.
good.
Desktop arrangements, rock and sand design pours, they're fun.
Okay, good, I'm glad.
This is a all genders sort of thing.
Absolutely
Everybody's
it is.
included in this one.
We do have a couple fellas, I'm glad. Sometimes
doing?
you have to voluntold your partner to have fun. It's okay.
Yeah. This wouldn't. It just water happened to fall into it, but yeah, you're definitely gonna still have to water this one at the base. You do. Yep. Now it's just getting all the moss in there.
I'm excited to see some finished products. Who's open for a group photo? Oh. You're like, I'm finishing this one. We're not taking this one home.
How we doing?
Pretty great.
Okay, now you got to put it in the pumpkin and present it to one of the cameras. We need a close-up.
There we go.
Take your time. Take your time. I love it. Close-up shot. Ooh, ah. Oh, look, we got 2 finished ones. That was almost like a race. And how easy was that, guys? So easy and fun.
Slip this in there for it, yeah. Yes. So when you pull out, this is your watering stick right here. You shove this in here.
Oh,
and
we
it's
have
wet.
another. Oh, we've got a. Oh my
Pull it
gosh.
wet
Woo,
like that.
woo, woo.
Let it be.
It's all
Comes out
coming
dry and
together
dusty.
over here, guys.
It looks like that. Then it's time to water. Just like when you're baking brownies, it's the best way to tell. So your soil's going to be pretty indicative of what's going on because this is only as deep as those roots are. They're not super deep. So anything below that is not going to be too effective. But once it gets dry to that region, it's time to water.
I think that might have been
Yes,
the
you
one
do.
pumpkin still
There you go.
floating around from the last one. I think you got lucky. Got lucky with the pumpkin.
It does. It actually retains a bit of the moisture in there, and so it keeps them a little bit more moist. Like otherwise, it would evaporate all the way through. So it does 2 things.
Who's willing to give a real-time review of how this went for you on the mic? I'm coming over. I like it. Thank you for being our volunteer. Tell us, how does this feel?
That's fantastic.
Feels amazing. It's very hands-on and it's fun.
Yeah. I only had a couple of those left.
Anyone out here, you feeling like you need to go take a class? Don't. Yeah, I saw it. Yep. I see you. You're gonna do a class? Who you bringing?
Entire
I do.
friend
Yep.
group. About 10 people.
Too small.
They're gonna have a blast. Scott's gonna be like, I see you. We got that vino.
Absolutely, it'd be fun.
We like trouble.
Yeah.
Do we have any other questions for Scott? I mean, he's the plant guy. I'm sure even if you wanted to pick his brain a little bit, Scott, you wanted to give out free advice.
I was doing it earlier. Now's the time to ask.
Even
Sure.
if you're in the audience. Oh,
I was in Barnes & Noble yesterday looking for plant books. Most of them were gardening, vegetables, fruits, but I want indoor plants. Do you have a good resource?
Yes, and I will get that to you. I have to look it up in my phone. There's a couple books that I recommend for that. Beginner, like indoor for beginner books. They're really good. Yeah, I'll get that to you right after this. But for sure, yeah, that's one of my specialties is definitely indoor plants. We do a ton of plantings for those all the time. And
weird.
that's really strange. Yeah, lots of gardening. Yeah, lots of gardening.
So, Scott, when you're not workshopping, what are some other services or support that you provide?
It's pottery. So we are the biggest pottery dealer around here, which is really funny to say. We sell everything from the little guys all the way up to the big tree planters. So if you're looking for some of those and you need something that's like a 30 inch by 30 inch to hold an entire tree, we're the people to find.
Love that. Who's still working on their plant baby? Finishing touches. We're looking for more sticks.
These are looking good. We're wrapping up here.
We're wrapping up. I do not.
Help me out a little bit here. Put some of this down. No, you're good. I see what you're trying to do, but I just want to make sure it's all the way in there. Go.
Oh, we're looking good. Are we all finished?
I think everybody is.
Yes. No questions for Scott. You have him here now.
Nope,
All
they're
right.
pros. They're all pros, ready for the photo.
I'm gonna ask, just like I did last time, any parting words of wisdom for us.
Oh, remember, these thrive on neglect. Thriving on neglect. That is your friend. The less you water, the better. And these are living arrangements, so if they do die, you can pull some of these out. Some of them will survive. Like these aloe here in particular, they're pretty hardy. Same thing with these Orthia. They're going to last through a lot. So some of them may die out. You may have that living arrangement that'll last you a lot longer. You guys enjoy this.
I love it. Let's give it up for Scott from the Potted Gardens. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
And we want to do a group photo, so boogie on up to this Christmas tree.
Thank you, guys.